We good, y'all? We live? We is live. Oh, we live. We live. We live. We live. We live. Let me go ahead and switch the camera up. We'll switch the camera up for him. All right, bet. We good. We good. We live, y'all. We live. We live. New York studio session. Mm. We can just put it on right here then, so I can see if anybody pops up in that chat. Yo, yo, yo. What's up, y'all? What's up, bro? What's up, everybody that's about tuning in with me? Let me make sure we on TikTok too, cause I don't see it. It didn't work again, so we gonna do it manually. So, so we're gonna talk about something nice today. We're gonna talk about something dope. I said I'm live on another device, man. All right, bro. F it. We're gonna do it from here. Here we go. Platinum Sound Studio Session recap. New York recap. All right, there we go. All right, so everybody listening there, tuning in. What's up, everybody? What's up? We about to go ahead and talk about the New York recap. For those who don't know what I'm even talking about, first, first of all, before I even start all this, I want to make sure everybody can hear me, and I believe y'all can. But if y'all can't hear me or the volume's a little funny, tell me. But I think y'all all should be able to hear me. So, New York recap. All right. So what happened? Me and a bunch of my homies, about 8 of us, 8 or 9 of us, went out to New York 2 weeks ago to record some music. We got a lot of music recorded. A lot of music recorded. But before we even get into that, let's talk about the build up. Let's talk about the build up to the New York trip. Let's talk about the build up to it. Right? So the build up to the New York trip is an interesting build up because I see everybody popping in on TikTok. I see y'all. What's up, everybody? Let me know if my volume good. If my volume good. I know I'm funny looking. That's cool, but let me know if my volume is solid. You feel me? Do you ever get lonely? All the time. All the time. All the time. So, but anyway, um, so what I was saying. Okay, that's what I was talking about. So basically, um, me and my homies, audio good. All right, perfect, perfect. So basically, me and my homies was like my homie Trey, brother of mine. Honestly, we was talking. He was like, "Yo, bro, we gotta go back to New York, man. We gotta go back to New York." I said, "Cool," because we originally went to New York on 2 other occasions to record music. He said, "Bro, we gotta go back out." And a lot of people are like, because and keep in mind, I'm from Philly. A lot of people was like, "Why would you go to New York? Like, don't you got studios where you from?" Yeah, I have a home studio, not a home studio, but I have a primary engineer here where I live at. And yeah, we from Philly, so there's engineers all over. Like we got them. But going to New York to record, Look like Ice Spice. I do not look like Ice Spice on me. But so going to New York to record does a couple different things. It gets us away from home, number one, but it also puts us in a very professional studio setting. We go to a studio called Platinum Sounds out in New York. Very professional studio, great quality, all those things. So it does that, and it gets a lot of our homies who primarily been on the block. It get them off the block into a different setting. Um, so me and Trey talked about it, and he said, "Yo, bro, we gotta go back to New York." I said, "Bet." My impulsive ass, especially when it comes to getting my music done. Let's do it. So we make a group chat, and this is where the stuff gets real interesting, man. We make a group chat, and in the group chat we have a whole bunch of guys who do music, a whole bunch of guys we grew up with that do music that say they want to take it to another level, etc., etc. So my logic, I'm not albino, bro, not even close to albino. I'm a black ginger. I'm a black ginger, right? Black ginger. I got some, you know what I'm saying? I'm mixed, whatever, but I'm a black man. So let's just move on beyond that, right? So anyway, um, so yeah, so the whole purpose was like I said, listen, dude, my hair, thank you, man. I was born like this, man, 100%, 100%. So anyway, so yeah, we get out there, well, we setting it up. So we make a group chat on Facebook, and we like, look, y'all, we're gonna book time for the studio at this time, etc., etc. This was gonna cost. I'm renting the car to go up there. Some of y'all can ride along with me. Some of y'all can, ride along with, take the bus out there, because taking the bus from Philly to New York is like $15, bro. It's like insanely cheap. Or y'all could drive out there with Jay, right? Now, like most trips, right? Do trim your mustache, overcrying your upper lip. Hey, bro, look, it's whatever, dog. It's whatever. So like most times when you plan a trip that far out, we planned it about 4 weeks out. Most time when you plan something like that, as you get closer and closer to the date, people start dropping off. You know how this goes. It goes like this all the time. We get closer and closer to the date, people start dropping off. And so now I don't do my eyebrows. Why are you asking me these type of questions? Like these questions is a little crazy. Um, so you going to you going to the furry LGBTQ parade in Alabama on Sunday? Looking forward to seeing you there. You ain't black, doggy. Okay, I'm not black. Okay, yeah, I'm not black. You're right. I'm not black at all. Sorry, silly me. Anyway, so so like most trips, when you plan them out a few weeks out, people start dropping off. So a couple of the homies that were supposed to go, they start getting real distant. We had one homie. I ain't gonna say his name on here. One homie, bro. I swear to God, he literally. This is as far as my beard grows out. You keep asking me these questions. This is as much as I. This is as much as I got. That's it. I don't shave, and this is what I got. And no, don't tell me to shave so it can grow faster. That's a fucking myth. It's not true. Anyway, anyway. So a couple of guys stopped answering messages in the group chat. They start getting real distant. So we kind of know. Like, all right, they're probably not gonna make it. One guy was traveling everywhere else. He was going to Virginia and all these other places, being an asshole. So we figured he wasn't gonna make it. So we ended up losing a bunch of people, which ended up making the move to New York more expensive, but it was whatever. Um, and so that was kind of annoying, but that's a part of the game. Like when you plan something big like that to go record music in another city, people tend to like fall off. It's just what happens, bro. Like it's unfortunate, but that's what happens. So we accepted it. We was frustrated by it. One of the homies that did that didn't say anything to us. He just like was slowly vanishing to the back. But somehow, some way, we still was able to put it together. We still were able to get the. I was able to get my rental. I was able to book some studio time. I think we were supposed to do like 10 to 5 or something like that, but money was super tight when the guy started dropping. So we ended up doing like a 10 to 3:30, 4 o'clock maybe. So we ended up really pushing it financially to get the your door with your rare. Do you have freckles? I have freckles. I do. Just not a lot. So anyway, so yeah, so we get there. So we end up we end up getting ready for New York. I drive out there at 6 in the morning. What do you mean cap? Like I don't understand that. What do you mean? Anyway, My bad, y'all. I'm getting like but um. So anyway, no cap. It's the truth. He's adorable. I mean, y'all can say the adorable shit, man. Y'all can hold that. I don't need that. So I drive out here. Um, I drove out Saturday morning, 6 o'clock. Trey, my homie Trey, and a couple of his homies, my homie Trey, his little brother, a couple of them, they went out Friday. So they was out there on Friday. We got out there Saturday. So we got there Saturday. On the way up there, wasn't a bad ride, but on the way up there, my man Trey sends me his address, like, yo, pick us up before you go to the studio. We all go together. He just sends me an address. He didn't send me like a city or nothing. So the address he sent me took me to Jersey. So we in Jersey looking for him. He ain't in Jersey. He was in New York. So we ended up going late to the session. And for those who don't know, when you book a session and you pay him by the hour, unless you probably maybe y'all got a rapport with your engineers and all that, but more often than not, I'm gonna say 9.5 times out of 10, if your session starts at 10 o'clock, even if you're late, is the clock is going at 10 o'clock. At 10 o'clock, it's running. So that time is already like you're already losing time. You're already losing time. So which is what it is. So that time was going. So we get there like maybe 10:30, maybe 10:30, 10:40, close to 11 o'clock. So we pretty much lost an hour. And just give y'all some, the studio sessions there cost a couple of dollars. An hour session costs a couple of dollars. You know what I'm saying? It costs a couple of dollars. So we lost an hour off the rip. Whatever, it happens. Um, Shout out to Natalie. Shout out to Natalie for the what's that say? Natalie Hunter. Shout out to Natalie Hunter for the rose. So so we lost an hour. That's whatever. But everyone, we eventually got there. So we eventually get to the studio. And when we get to the studio, I text the owner of the studio because she's not there. I think she's like the director. She's not there. The engineer's there, and she says, "Look, you're gonna love our guy. He's great." I said, "Cool." He was great. Shout out to him. Because I'll be back in New York in like 6 weeks. So um, we get to the studio, man. Other guys start trickling in a little bit later, but as long as I was able to get there, we were good. As long as I got there or Trey got there, we good. So I get there, boom, hit the ground running. I start recording. I record one record, got the record out the way, boom. One thing about me is that I pride myself. I pride myself on being prepared when I go to the studio. I pride myself on that. I don't know nothing about pre-workout. I don't take pre-workout, so I don't know anything for you, bro. Can I meet you in NY? Your name is Jeremy, so absolutely not. Um, so yeah, so for, appreciate you, Kimberly. So yeah, dude asked me do I bleach my skin. He wild as shit. But anyway, so yeah. So I knocked my joint out. For those who don't know that I'm prepared. Whenever I go to the studio, if you guys ever saw me in the studio, then you would know that I when I get to the studio, I'm prepared already. My stuff is well written out. I know how I'm gonna hit it. I know I'm gonna land it. I remember rehearsing it at home. So that's always been my thing. So I get in there, I probably lay my record down. Oh no, we did the animal tendencies one. So we did the feature one, and I laid my verse down. Maybe I think I did like 2 3 tries. Um, no, Fabulous Son look like me, man. I'm the older one. They call you Reds, huh? No, they don't call me Reds. Jeremy, chill out, bro. I don't date men. So why am I meeting you in freaking New York? That doesn't make sense. So yeah, so we knock out the first record, but then after that, everyone's getting in the studio. The whole squad, bro. It's like 9 of us in the studio now, and the crazy part was it's like 9 of us in the studio, bro. We got snacks galore. Like we got snacks galore. Shout out to Black Jew for the follow over there on TikTok. We got snacks galore in this studio, bro. Like we had so many snacks. It was crazy. We had snacks, we had juice. Like no one, like we wasn't gonna be hungry that day. We had plenty of snacks in there. And so we knock out the record. Before I know it, a bunch of my homies, and just for clarification, I don't smoke and I don't drink at all. Like I when some people say they don't drink, meaning they drink occasionally. I don't drink, meaning that no matter what happens, I don't drink. So so I'm in there, and while we perform, working on a song, I go up and do my song, Trey do his, or we do a joint, conjoint, a collaboration project. Um, yeah, my last name is Jackson. Absolutely. Mm. So if that's your real intention, Jeremy, then that could probably work. That could probably work. But um, I don't think I don't think I need anything like that. To be honest with you, and I can't afford to pay you at this point in my career. Um, so we're knocking out records. A couple of homies start smoking in the studio. Now I knew this was a bad idea for me because I don't smoke, and there's also I learned. I mean, I learned when I got up there. There's a separate room, so they want to smoke. They can go to the other room and smoke in that joint, opposed to being there smoking while we all recording. Because my tolerance, just because I don't smoke, my tolerance is so low, bro. My mouth was dry. I was hallucinating. I had a headache. I was hungry. I was paranoid. Like it was a bad combination. Like terrible combination. But but at the end of the day, like it worked, and it's more or less like it wasn't a bad thing in the sense of like it's like it's a little bit of whatever. It's like whatever. But at the end of the day, at least for me, at least in my mind, it's like even though it's whatever, I can live. I'm okay with that type shit. You feel me? Like I'm alright with that. Like I'm not like, oh, I can't do this. Like, I'm alright with that. Like I'm good. So um and I talked to Trey after that. I said, bro, next time they can just smoke in the other room because it threw me off. I was thrown off. But we recorded until about 3:30 or so. I'm now I gotta drive back. Now mind y'all, I don't smoke. I don't drink. I caught context. I gotta drive back though. I gotta drive back. So now I'm driving to the Airbnb, which is a dope little Airbnb. It was a nice little joint. Wasn't nothing too crazy. But we got to the Airbnb. The ride up there, the ride to the Airbnb was crazy because I was like paranoid as shit. Like I'm trying to like, I'm thinking people following us. I'm thinking the cops looking for me. It was just bad. Um, but again, when we got back to the studio, greetings from Greece. Shout out to you, Andrew. Shout out to you, bro. So when we got back to the studio, um, we got back to the Airbnb. We sat down, we chilled out. It was raining hard as shit, and it was a little cold. It was raining, it was a little cold. And my homie said, "Yo, B, it's a Checkers, man. Let's go get Checkers." I'm like, "Fuck it, we can go get some Checkers, bro. We go get Checkers. Fuck it." We go get Checkers, bro. After I dropped the guys off, and then everyone who wanted Checkers, we hopped in the car. A couple of folks gave us like orders, like, "Yo, man, if y'all see it, give me this too, whatever." So we grab a Checkers or whatever, right? Tell me why, like when we get to the drive-through, we order the Checkers and all that. Tell me why as we drive, like I wait because it didn't look like she gave me enough bags. But I'm like, all right, whatever. So we take the bags. She said, "Oh, that's everything." So we drive off. We get back to the B&B. I let all my guys out at the B&B because there's no parking in New York. You know how that goes. So I let my guys out. They get out. They go in the crib. I'm looking for parking spaces now. I can't find them. Rich called me like, "Yo, B, they didn't give you your burger." So I did all that for no burger. I ain't feel like going back to the joint. I didn't even feel like it. I said, "Man, fuck it. I'm gonna just find a parking spot. Find a parking spot. I go back into the crib. I'm chilling out with the guys now. We all laughing, reflecting on the day, thinking about the guys who didn't show up because it bothered us a little bit. I mean, because a couple of the guys who didn't show up were guys that a few of us had a lot of love for. Like one of my guys who didn't show up, who didn't tell us he wasn't gonna show up until the last minute, and he told us through someone else, was a guy who I got a lot of love for, bro. Like we were like best friends, and the whole point of this move to New York was that so that we could all record some music together and put a project together. We've been trying to do a project together since so that's probably 15 years old. Mm. Now dudes is in their late 20s, early 30s. You feel me? So that was a hard pill to swallow. Hard pill to swallow. But we was trying to make it happen. He ended up ghosting us and no showing. Like not ghosting us, but he told us last minute through someone else. And so like we was reflecting on that a little bit, but more or less we were just glad that we got out there. Like we were just glad that a couple dudes from North Philly was able to get out to New York and record some music. You know, and so honestly, but honestly, man, like that was one of the best trips ever. To be honest with you, like I'm not a vacation guy. I don't take vacations. I'm always working. I'm always finding a way to work. I'm always finding a way to put something together. That's one of the best vacations I had in a long time, man. And I was able to do it with my brothers. I was able to do it with some people who I really care about. So yeah, we'll be doing it again in probably about a month. I think like April 27th or something like that. I'm booking time for. So we'll be back out in New York to do some more music, to record some more hits, to do some more stuff, and build a brand and all that kind of stuff, man. It's the greatest, man. It's the great. It's great. So, um, but yeah, I just want to get a quick New York blog. I'm tired as hell, so the blog probably don't make a whole lot of sense. YouTube over here on my Jack Jackson Jr. channel on YouTube. I'm about to do a 30-day vlog series. So every day I'm dropping a vlog. Every day I'm dropping a vlog for 30 days. You're gonna see what's gonna happen. Every day. Every day. So without further ado, man, y'all have an awesome, awesome evening or morning, depending on where you are in the world and where you're watching me. Thank you. I want to say thank you to everyone that's tuning in, everyone that's ever gave my videos a like, everyone that's ever streamed a song, everyone that's ever reposted a video, shared a video, any of that, man. Um, chapter 4, the closure, is coming soon. It'll be here in like maybe a week and a half. Please go stream that. Please go pre-save it. The link to pre-save is in my bio. Um, yeah, man. But thank you guys for everything, man. Peace and blessings. Everyone have an awesome evening.